Hi everybody, welcome to this new episode of Tech Pizza. We're gonna try to do something different this week. We're gonna start with what I call the Pizza Bytes. Short, quick, but very interesting news about the world of tech. And just then we're gonna get to the main news of the week, which is gonna be the Ethereum merge. I'm gonna do my very best to try to explain one of the most important events in crypto in the simplest way possible. If you're as excited as me, then let's get started. And remember that if you're not subscribed to the newsletter, you can go on tech.pizza so you can get all this news in your inbox every week on Thursday. I think you should join. Now let's get started with the news. Pizza Byte number 1. Uber announced that they're gonna start delivering food in the US using self-driving cars, starting from Houston and Mountain View. This is a 10-year-long partnership with the company Nuro that develops self-driving cars for specific purposes, for food delivery or for delivery of other goods. A few interesting things here. One, Uber had its own self-driving car department, but they had to ditch it because it cost too much money. And now they had to partner up with somebody else who just specialized in this service. And thing number 2, self-driving cars, a lot of people think about them in the context of just taking a nap while you're driving, basically. That's not the only purpose. There's also other specific purposes like delivering food that I think have a lot of potential. So I'm really excited to see the first videos of Nuro cars moving food around. The head of the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, said that 99% of crypto tokens are basically securities. Let's try to understand what this means. First of all, the SEC is basically the finance police. And what is a security? Securities are things like bonds, stocks, they're all regulated and you need to talk about them, you need to sell them following specific rules. To understand if something is a security, you need to basically check 4 different things. 1, it needs to require an investment of money in a common enterprise with an expectation of profit derived from other people's work, which feels like a lot of crypto tokens, right? So if he is gonna start enforcing this, that means that a lot of people have to change the way that they communicate about their cryptocurrencies. You basically can't say anymore, yo, buy the Jaluka token, it's gonna go to the moon. You can't say that anymore. If you do, you go to jail. You need to start using the same rules that apply to stocks. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. My prediction, a lot of people are gonna either go to jail or change completely the way that the crypto industry works. The French tax authorities started using an AI tool developed by Google and Capgemini to look at satellite images, spot pools in private properties, and check whether the person owning the property had declared the pool or not. If they didn't do that, then they will have to pay taxes. The French tax authorities already found more than 20,000 pools and made 10 million euros in the process. They plan also to extend this to find verandas and other kinds of extensions to private properties and make even more money on this. They estimate to make even up to 40 million euros. I think this is really interesting because it says what I've been saying for years. AI is a tool and there's a use case for potentially any industry, even tax control. Interesting, right? The last Pizza Byte is so funny. Basically, somebody hacked the Russian version of Uber and they sent all their taxis to a specific location, creating a giant taxi jam. I think it's amazing. Look at the video because it's so much fun. Unless something unexpected crazy happened, you're watching this video while the new version of Ethereum is up and running. I'm shooting this video on a Tuesday, and one historical event in crypto called the merge is supposed to happen on Thursday morning, and this video is going to be released on Thursday morning. So the merge is supposed to have happened. What is the merge? The merge is an event where the Ethereum blockchain is going to switch from proof of work to proof of stake. But what the hell does this mean? I'm going to try to explain it to you in the simplest way possible. So Ethereum is a cryptocurrency that runs on a blockchain, the Ethereum blockchain, okay? Now, a blockchain is a chain of blocks. What does it mean? Each block is basically a bunch of data that describes transactions that happened. And each one of these blocks get added to the blockchain to basically tell the whole story of all the possible transactions that ever happened on that blockchain. Now, here's the interesting thing. The idea behind all blockchains is that that's decentralized. There's not one single person or one single entity, like a bank, let's say, that adds these blocks to the chain. But how do you do this? What is the system that these blockchains use to add new blocks to the blockchain? Well, the first system was invented by the Satoshi Nakamoto, this famous unknown person that created Bitcoin. And the idea is called proof of work. Here's how it works. Basically, every time that there's a new block that needs to be added to the blockchain, everybody that has a mining rig, so everybody that has a computer that wants to participate, competes with each other on solving a very hard mathematical puzzle. It's basically trying a bunch of random numbers until you find one that solves a problem. The first validator that finds a solution can add this block to the blockchain. So if you think about what's happening, you're spending energy by making computers run to try to gain the right of adding blocks, of validating these transactions. And if you do, you gain a reward, gain some crypto, basically. Now, this system is used by Ethereum as well. And if you think about it, it kind of works. It serves the purpose of making sure that nobody can just write whatever they want to the blockchain. Because to do that, you will have to have infinite computing power to always be the first one to find the right solution to the problem. But you cannot really do it because you're spending electricity to do that. So it just doesn't make sense economically, right? So now that's exactly the problem with this system. What I just said, you're burning electricity. The Ethereum network consumes a lot of electricity. That's as much as the Netherlands, which is a lot of energy that could be used for something else. And that's because they use this system called proof of work. Now they want to switch to something called proof of stake. Proof of stake works in a completely different way. You're not required anymore to do work, so to solve this mathematical puzzle, to add new blocks to the blockchain. What you need to do is basically stake, so put some Ethereum somewhere and say, I'm gonna lock this here. Everybody that does this becomes a pool of validators, so a pool of people that has staked Ethereum and has the right to be elected to add these blocks to the blockchain. Let's make up an example. Let's suppose that I have enough Ethereum to become a validator. I can stake it, so I can give it to the network and say, this is how much Ethereum I have. I want to participate in this little game of validating blocks. Now, at random, I'm going to be picked together with some more validators every time that a block needs to be added to the blockchain. And if I get picked, me together with these validators have to say, yes, this block can be added. If we all agree, the block gets added and we all earn a little bit of reward without having to spend all that energy to solve the mathematical puzzle. If somebody is a little bit evil and wants to try to add a block that's not supposed to be blocked, all the validators will find it out. And if there's no consensus, if somebody is lying, basically, is trying to add a fake block that, let's say, adds fake money to its own wallet, all his staked Ethereum, all the Ethereum this person has given to the network gets burned. It gets sent to a wallet address that nobody owns the key of. And that's the system that Ethereum is trying to change. Once this happens, the energy consumption of the network is going to be cut by 99.9%. It's going to be much, much better, much greener, much more sustainable. But that's not it. There's even more positive stuff that is going to come with this. Mainly, that is going to create the foundations for a future upgrade that is going to allow Ethereum to scale much better. Ethereum today can support roughly 15 transactions per second, which is not a lot. And we know about cases when the Ethereum ecosystem got clogged because too many people wanted to try to add blocks, basically. Okay? Now, with this future upgrade that is possible just because it's switching to proof of stake, Ethereum is going to be able to hold up to 100,000 transactions. So much, much, much better. And that's just part of the other advantages. But the main two ones, really, energy consumption, and we're happy, especially these times, that Ethereum is going to be more efficient, and the fact that it's going to scale much better. Now, there are also some difficulties here involved. Specifically, all the people that were making a lot of money by mining invested a hell lot of cash in mining rigs that now are completely useless. If you invested in a GPU or something like that to mine, well, now you can't do anything with this. So what these people are doing is that they're saying that when Ethereum is going to switch from proof of work to proof of stake, which is supposed to have happened today, the day they release the video, which is in 2 days, comes recording it on Tuesday and I'll publish it on Thursday. But anyway, from that moment on, they're going to make a copy of the Ethereum blockchain and they're going to say, we're going to keep running the old version because of course they have economic interest in it. Now, probably people are not going to use it really. It's going to just become something to speculate because all the applications that run on Ethereum already said, of course, we're going to switch to the proof of stake one. Actually, we're going to stay where we are because that's how it's going to work. If you do nothing, you're going to have automatically switch to the proof of stake version. Pretty complicated, pretty interesting. I hope you understood it. Let me know in the comments. But the most important thing is that I want you to be aware that this is a historic moment. The blockchain is fairly new. It's been around for roughly 15 years or something like that, which is it's not an infant, but it's also pretty recent considering that it's proposing a systematic shift to the way that we do everything. And this that we're witnessing today is a historic event. You can say if Ethereum becomes huge and used by everybody, you can say, I was there and I watched a video by Gianluca Mauro and I understood proof of stake. Pretty cool, huh? Thank you for watching this episode of Tech Pizza. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I highly recommend you subscribe to the newsletter. You go on Tech the Pizza, put your email there. Every Thursday, you're gonna get an email with all the most important things that happen in crypto. And you're also gonna participate to cool polls. I often ask questions to people, what they think about different things. If they like the Apple keynote, if they think that crypto is cool or crypto is not cool, whatever, they can vote, and then you can see the results next week. I think it's awesome. People love it, and you should join it too. I hope I'm gonna see you in your inbox as well. Ciao.